What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your main man, King Bishop. Man, I am back to work after being on home time for the last couple days. Um, my last load took me from the Jacksonville terminal to Sandston, Virginia, to a shipper out there. It was actually pretty cool because it was a shipper that I used to pick up and deliver to with my last company, so I was familiar where it was, familiar with the process, and because I knew the people, I was able to drop the trailer there for my hometown. So it was really cool because I didn't really want to park somewhere other out inside of instead of outside in front of my house. So um, I left Jacksonville on, I believe it was Wednesday night. I had already ran like 8 hours, so I only had like 3 hours left on my clock. So I was able to make it up to right around Savannah, Georgia. Stopped at a pilot. Got up the next day. My delivery was supposed to be at 5 p.m. I made it there about 3 o'clock. So instead of me getting live unloaded, they let me drop the trailer in the door, and I hauled Boogie back home, man. So I was on home time from Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and got back up Sunday morning, which is today the 12th. And let me tell you, man, let me tell you the stuff that happens out here driving. So, mind you, I told the shipper, I told the consignee, I said, hey, man, listen, I'm going on home time. Can I drop the trailer? They said, cool, but it's not going to take us but a minute to offload you. I said, I know that it's not that. I said, it's just the fact that I would rather go home without a trailer. And that way I could pull the truck right in front of my house. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. When you coming back to get it? I said, man, I'll be back Sunday morning to come get it. Sunday morning? Cool. So I dropped the trailer, skate out, do my home time. I get back to them about 10:15 this morning. I want to say 10:30 this morning. I get there and I'm like, all right, so I check in with the guard. They got a cone in front of the inbound side of the guard shack. And I'm like, I ain't never seen that before. But I'm like, all right, cool. So as I'm doing my stuff on the Qualcomm, letting them know that I arrived and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. Excuse me. Letting them know I arrived and stuff like that. The guard walks up to my door and I'm like, all right, that's weird because they don't never come to you. You only got to come to them. And he's like, hey, man, we're closed. I'm like, all right, cool. I said, I'm not here to do anything but pick up my empty trailer. He was like, nah, we can't let you get your empty trailer. I have to be able to talk to dispatch, and dispatch just left 15 minutes ago. I said, what? I said, what you mean? I said, that's not my issue that she left. I said, listen, man, I said, when I came in, I didn't even do the paperwork as if I was dropping and hooking because I wasn't. I was just dropping my loaded trailer and coming back to get it. I said, so technically speaking, my trailer's probably not even in y'all system as a drop trailer because I never did none of the paperwork. Because when you go to this place, they require you to have the trailer make, trailer model, the license plate on the trailer number, all that kind of stuff. Something flying around in my truck. It's irking me. But I never did any of that. So I said, unless somebody else went behind me and did it, which I'm sure they didn't, I said, my trailer's not even in your system. He was like, nah, I can't let you in the gate to get it. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. So I went ahead and called some dispatcher somewhere in the company because it's it's Sunday, so you just kind of got to get who you can get. You're not gonna be able to get the your business partner on the weekends. So and he was like, I called him. I was like, hey man, do y'all have an emergency number for this shipper? I said, because I don't want to cause any drama between the company and the shipper, or cause them to lose the contract or whatever, cause the client customer relate. I don't want to have those issues, and I don't want to be the reason for it. But I need this trailer, And they told me, well, they looked up the phone number and it's the same one I had in the system. They're like, the security guard doesn't have a number. So I told the security guard, he told me he doesn't have a number, which I know was fugazi at its best. Think about it this way. So the security guard for the gate of this company only has the phone number to the back office. So who you gonna call when something catch on fire? Or when there's an emergency? or whatever, the sprinkler system started going, who he gonna call in? He told me he ain't have no number, which I know is crap at its best. So the dispatcher I talked to, he said, man, listen, you got to work something out with the security guard. So I told him, I said, all right, man, I'll see what I can do, you know. So I walked in and talked to the dude. I said, man, listen, I need the trailer, man. He said, well, I'm not going to stop you. He said, I'm an unarmed security guard. I'm not about to jump in front of your truck and try to stop it. I said, I'm not trying to hijack it, man, and cause any drama. I said, I want to do it the right way, but I can't wait until when y'all reopen. I said, by the way, when do y'all reopen? 11 p.m. tonight. I said, man, that's 12 hours. I said, nah, I can't wait. I said, listen, man, I'm gonna take the trailer. I said, but take all my information, take the trailer number down, and that way, if it ever, I said, because I don't think it's gonna come up because I never even signed any paperwork. Now, mind you, this was the same security guard that was there when I dropped the trailer. So I told him, I said, listen, man, I never did any paperwork when I came and bought the trailer inbound. So I said, just write down my information the same way you normally would, and that way if it does come up, then at least they know where it went to, who it went to. But I said, if not, you know, it won't really make no difference anyway. So I was able to get the trailer, you know, preach up the trailer and boogie on out of there. And, you know, I did pretty good today. You know, I know for me, when I come off home time, man, whenever I come off home time, even when I was in my local job, coming up off the weekends and trying to get back in the swing of things is always tough. So I kind of had to whip myself back into shape today, and I wish I could show y'all, but y'all not gonna be able to see it because of the lighting. But today I drove, looking at the Qualcomm, today I drove for 9 hours and 31 minutes. I was on duty for 11 hours and 13 minutes. And the total, I drove 595.6 miles. So basically 596 miles. So that wasn't bad, man. I whipped myself back into shape. You know, you got to fight yourself, fight the sleep. You know, fight the urge to want to pull over and stop every 5 minutes. The reason why I had all that extra on-duty time was because, of course, my 30-minute break. Plus, I had to stop and get DEF at a pilot. I did that in North Carolina. I actually went to the TA to get the DEF. And then I came all the way down to South Carolina in Hardeeville and got my diesel. Because now, as an owner-operator, you got to remember, you know, those fuel prices are something you got to watch. So I had enough fuel to get me to South Carolina, where fuel is only $2.15, $2.16 a gallon, instead of everywhere else around it. Even in Virginia, you know, with the pilots, with our discount, company discount, I can get the fuel for $2.25, $2.26 a gallon. When you get in North Carolina, man, fuel gets really, really high, man. I'm talking about somewhere around like $2.40 a gallon. And in Florida is ridiculous, man. I think last week I paid about $2.40, $2.42 a gallon for diesel. So I wanted to take advantage of South Carolina while I was there, so I went ahead and fueled up. And on that fuel up, I got the receipt right here. That's not it. Let's see. Start showing y'all some real numbers of how it works being an owner-operator, man. I got 134.006 gallons, so 134 gallons of diesel. The cost per gallon was $2.15, so basically $2.16 a gallon. And I spent $289.32 on diesel, and that filled me up. So, you know, you got to remember, you're coming out here to be an owner-operator. Not only do you got to keep up with all your receipts, and now you're running your own business and taxes and all of that, but you know, fuel is the one expense that is money in your pocket if you can save it. You know, so I don't idle a lot. You know, I maybe out of a full day of work, I may idle for 1 hour total. I don't do a lot of idling. You know, I am lucky that I got a truck that has an APU or EPU, which the difference is an APU is an auxiliary power unit, which usually runs off diesel. I have an EPU, which is an electric power unit, which runs off batteries. They have a separate set of batteries that controls the EPU. So I have an EPU, so I don't have to burn any diesel overnight. Maybe I normally can get about 8 or 9 hours out of it running the way I wanted to run. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, where it eventually will cut off, and you have to keep turning it on for it to work. It won't run continuous like it does maybe the first 7 or 8 hours. I don't know if it's something wrong with mine or if that's the way it's supposed to go. I don't really know. But because of that, I'm able to save all the money I would spend idling overnight, because I refuse to be hot. I'm too big to be hot. I hate sweating when I'm sleeping. I will not sleep a minute if I'm hot. I get angry, I get frustrated. And because it's just me in the truck, it really ain't cool to be frustrated, because the only person you yell at is yourself. So diesel is the one place where you can save yourself some money. And remember, every cent, every dollar, every quarter you save in diesel is money in your pocket. Because fuel is a true expense. And the reason why I say that is, if you have a full tank of diesel and you don't run any miles, you won't waste any diesel. But if you are moving, if you're running, then that's when your diesel costs will go up. So if you're running the way this company is running me so far, you need to be able to save as much diesel as possible, so you can use that diesel actually running miles and not sitting in the back bunk sleeping, or sitting on the phone talking, or making YouTube videos. Right now I am idling because I wanted to get my fuel some time to cycle through. I don't know, I read that somewhere. When else you get good fuel. Plus, once you stop running, you want to let the engine cool down a little bit. I don't know where I read that at, but I've always done it. Even whatever truck I've ever had, I always let the engine calm down, let it idle a little bit, let it cool down, and then I cut it off. And I also like to get a chance to cool off my back bunk area before I go in and go to sleep. So I got that doing right now, so that it doesn't take so much from the EPU to get me started with my need to be cool sleep temperature. So, but man, listen, as always, like I always say, I want to tell y'all, man, my numbers are rising. There's something flying inside this truck, and it's irking me. Just want to tell y'all, man, listen, I appreciate y'all, all the comments, all the likes, all the new subscribers, man. Welcome to the channel. I am interactive. I respond to messages, I respond to comments, and I appreciate all you guys for joining. Listen, as always, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you want to know. If it's some video topics you want to know about, hit me up, man. I'm always up for new ideas, man. As always, your main man, King Bishop. Y'all be easy. Peace.